Well, hello YouTube and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about a Blyton Park track day that I did with the Caterham Lotus 7 Club. So let's get into the video. So today we're talking about a Blyton Park track day that I did with the Caterham Lotus 7 Club. So here is us, arriving at the track, and I was actually quite surprised how long the kind of entry was to get to the track. And it was a bit like kind of dodge the pothole a little bit at times. So I just thought I'd quickly show it, just so if people were a bit unsure, they could see the kind of entry. Might be quite helpful maybe. So this was a novice day. So this is only my second track day. So being in the kind of novice group I think it's right for me at the moment, or definitely for this track day. So when we first got here, obviously had a bit of a chat with the owners that were already here, and then we had a briefing before going out. So the briefing said about the timetable of the day, said about different flags and what they mean if you didn't know, being a novice day. Said about only overtaking by consent, so that was to lift your arm up and to wave somebody by, and also to take your foot off the accelerator, because a lot of the cars are quite similarly matched, so anybody can put their foot down on the straight. So if you're both doing that, it's going to be very hard to overtake. And there were 3 sections on this track where that was okay to do, because there's no overtaking on the corners. So I like that kind of format. I also like that it's just Caterhams as well, because for a lot of owners, if not all owners, Caterhams, they're your pride and joy. So not that anybody would ever want to have an accident on a track day or anything, but I quite like the idea that it's all Caterhams together, and they've got similar kind of characteristics of handling and also speed on the straights, because we know it's not the quickest car on the straights, but they can be quite quick, and quicker than a lot of cars, if not most cars on the corners. So it's kind of different type of driving style, I suppose. So here we are doing the sighting laps before going into our sessions. So for those of you that are not aware, the sighting laps are there to show you the track basically. So here is the entry onto the track, and I'll show you the exit in a minute, well, at the end of a lap. So you follow a lead car that shows you the racing line, and also the marshals are out waving their flags, so you can see the marshal posts as well. It's also to see the cones that have been laid out for this day, so you can see where to brake and to start turning for the corner. Sometimes this is a lot later than what you expect. And then also a cone on the kind of apex for the corner that you're aiming for as well, so just to give you some guidelines basically. But yeah, this is really helpful, and I had an instructor with me on this as well, which is talking to you at the same time, and you're doing this at very low speeds as well. And I think there's an instructor in, I'm guessing it depends on the day, but I don't know, around every 3rd car, something like that. As this was a novice day, there were 3 novice groups. There was a blue group, which I was in, a green group and a yellow group, I think. And then there was a red group, which was for experienced drivers. So the day started off, or the format for the day was to have the sighting laps first, which we're seeing now, and then to do 3 sessions in the morning in your individual novice groups, then to have lunch, and then there was 2 open pit lane sessions just for the novice group, so all the 3 groups combined together for about half an hour, I think it was, something like that. So 2 of those sessions, and then there was a session at the end of the day for all of the novice groups and the experience altogether. Hopefully you like the track in the top left of the screen, and also a speedo in the bottom left. session 2, where I had an instructor with me, so it was a slightly better lap. Session 3, when I was on my own, still in the novice groups, and obviously learnt from the tuition that I had in the session before, so got slightly quicker. My best lap in the afternoon in the open pit lane with an instructor. I just wanted to do a very quick kind of overview of the day, including the times that I did in the different sessions. And I feel like I need to go back to Blyton Park, like I've got some unfinished business there a little bit, because I felt like I should have done better on the day. If I'm totally honest, I nearly didn't go to this track day even though I booked it, because had some personal things going on at the time, so my head wasn't in the right place. But as you can see in the first session that I did on my own, I did it in a 1 minute 25. And then in the next session, when I had some tuition, it ended up being a 1:22. And then in the third session, after I had the tuition, the time went down again to a 1:20. And then the session after that in the open pit lane, I did a 1:20 with an instructor in the car. So you could say that was quicker because I had a bit of extra weight in the car. I'm not saying the instructor was very heavy, but it's definitely extra weight. And you know, if you drive these cars, you know that having, you know, a bit of extra weight does make a big difference. So yeah, so I definitely feel like that I need to go back to Blyton Park to definitely get under 1:20, which I'm sure I can do. And it'd be, yeah, interesting to see and a good excuse to go back, I think. So, but I wanted to give a big shout out to the Caterham Lotus 7 Club for setting up these events. They're always really well organised, and I really love the structure of the day, and it's so nice having the tuition as well. And yeah, so I just wanted to give a big shout out to them. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions or anything, put them in the comments below. But if you did like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already for some more content coming soon. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.